I'll do the opening again. Are you cool with that?
Clap.
Alright, clap sync.
3, 2.
Hello and welcome to the PamfCast. I'm Jamie and this is...
I'm Cian. And that's Jamie. So today we're going to be talking about video games, but actually sticking to video games.
As you can tell from...
Which is a complete lie.
The New Vegas poster behind us.
Yeah. We kind of touched on Fallout last week.
We did, yeah.
But I think that because it's such a big game, I think we need to kind of like talk about it more.
Yeah,
mostly because
definitely, man.
Mostly because I want to talk about it more.
And you have so much to talk about.
Oh, okay. So let's start with RPGs in general.
Yes, which are, for those of you who don't know games, it's role-playing game. I always knew that. I loved our trip to Stormont, man.
Oh, I forgot that we talked about it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I know I said this last week as well, but it's going to be so hard to remember in like 10, 15 weeks. Especially if we've done like multiple ones. Yeah. And it's just like, oh yeah, I remember talking about that.
And dude, it takes us back to the first PamfCast, where we said it's more of like a record of our joint stupidity.
And you have said context in every one of these.
Some context. That's my catchphrase. It's like Eaton from H3. His catchphrase is fascinating.
Sure is, buddy.
You love that, don't you? H3 podcast. 100%. Yeah, I know. John Tron was on it, so you're going to give it a...
Oh, yeah. No, I love John Tron. Josephi Krakowski here with
Flex Tape! Yeah. Yeah. Fallout, New Vegas.
Yeah.
We're going off track.
No, I think that's kind of nice. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So I started with RPGs with Oblivion. You know Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine that, but 3 years earlier. 4 years? 3 years.
Yeah, I've heard of Oblivion, yeah.
Fantastic game. It was a bit more clunky because it used an older engine, but it was still a good game, and it still had a lot of elements that were in Skyrim, and a lot that were removed, but I still liked. So I put far too many hours into that. And then it just kind of... I started playing Fallout because it was just like, oh, Bethesda, they make RPGs. I'll play another Bethesda game.
They have good games and they have bad games.
What was bad? Apart that from that Skyrim has gone on to everything included. I'm expecting in a couple of years, and I know it's an old joke.
Dude, I don't think they have bad games, but they've made bad decisions with games.
Oh yeah, no. Because even though I don't like Fallout 4, it's still not a bad game. It's playable.
Yes. Its
DLC was... It added stuff.
But in your opinion, it's not a good Fallout game, but it's a good game.
It's a horrible Fallout game.
It's a horrible Fallout game, but it's a good game.
It's a good action game.
Yeah, but it's not a good Fallout game in your opinion.
It's not a Fallout game.
Yeah.
The only reason it's a Fallout game is they reference vaults. That's it.
Well, you know. I started with Fallout 4, as you know, so I'm close to it. But since I started playing New Vegas, I like New Vegas better.
I just love that helmet.
Yeah.
Such a cool helmet.
It's cool. It's a cool idea.
Have you played any of the DLCs yet?
No, I haven't even finished the main story.
Okay. That's kind of what happens with all RPGs. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm going to do the main story now. And it's only after 20
we're going to do some side quests, and yeah.
But the thing with Fallout, especially New Vegas, was the side quests were what made the game. Like, the main story, it was good. It was really entertaining, and I love the fact that you could do a million things, and it all had little effects on everything. But in the end, the side quests, the DLCs made that game superb. Because you had Dead Money, where people went to...
You can hear some cars in the background. Sorry.
Dead Money, where you went to the Sierra Madre, this casino where it was locked away, you get transport to it, and it's very... Everyone doesn't like it because it locks you into a way of playing because you're wearing a collar, and if you go near radios or radio signals, you explode and you have to restart from the checkpoint, basically.
Yeah.
People didn't like it, and I didn't like it either at first, but...
it grew on you.
Yeah.
Plain, yeah.
Because if you play it again, and you kind of know some of the tricks, and you kind of get into the story a bit more, it's such an immersive experience. And I think that's a lot of the DLC.
And Cian, I think what's important, what you mentioned before about RPGs in particular, they need to be immersive.
Oh yeah.
If they're not, it's not really a role-playing game, is it? It's more of like a linear story.
Okay, so The Witcher. I love the game. I've only played like 5 hours, 6 hours.
I've heard of it. I heard it's amazing, but I haven't played it.
It's very good. It's an RPG technically, but like that it is very linear. Yeah, there's a ton of side quests. It's a very well made game, but I think there's a certain amount of immersion you lose when you have to play a certain character.
Yeah.
Which is why when Fallout 4 came out with, oh, that's your wife, and these are the reasons you're doing it, and you have a son, it took you away from it because you're playing a game, and the voice especially. I was on the fence about it because I was hearing people say, oh, it won't be that bad. But I always kind of knew that I wouldn't like it because it's really nice when you get to play a character and you get to hear them because you're like, oh, that's what they think.
Yeah,
that's
what
they're doing.
Like. That's who they are, yeah.
But when you have to try and play it and then you hear a voice that's completely different to what you think they sound like, it really takes you out of it, I think.
Yeah, and you said that as well. Like in games like the early Fallouts, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas,
the early Bethesda Fallouts, because you have to remember there was
the point and click ones, yeah.
Isometric top down, please.
Okay,
1, 2,
Cian.
Brotherhood of Steel. You did have a story, and they were very okay games, very well made.
Very okay. I really love that. That not critique. How would you say that? That review. Review.
No, I liked them. I thought the first one was actually quite entertaining, and the second one was good because it gave you a bit more freedom. And
something I was interested in with those earlier games. Are they shorter games or are they longer games?
Shorter.
Shorter, yeah.
Because the first one you have to do within a certain time period.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because essentially it was like, oh, your vault has 90 days to live, and you know how in every game that's like, oh, I'll play for 700 hours and it still wouldn't have gone a day. But this is like, yeah, you have 90 days. You better start walking. Yeah. And you can go and do different things to increase that time, but it does kind of put you under pressure. So it means that you have to go through multiple ways to find multiple paths, because you mightn't get to go down through a settlement if you choose to go through a different one.
See, what I did after I played Fallout 4, I was like, oh, looky here, there were some other Fallout games. So I looked up from the first one what there was, and I watched a lot of playthroughs of the first, second, Brotherhood of Steel, all them. And then I looked a bit at Fallout 3 New Vegas, like, oh, that sort of looks like Fallout 4, but a lot different. And I didn't play them till this year. And
I'll say
my opinion was just completely changed.
Fallout New Vegas is the best, obviously.
It changed my mind. I thought 4 was the best because the one I started with. But when I played 3, it was like, that's a very good game. When I played New Vegas, it was like, this is the best one. I
suppose if you go from New Vegas to 3, it's a complete step down. But if you go from 4 to 3... it's a completely different game.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're being limited because it feels so different. But the thing is, with New Vegas and 3, they're very similar games. Some of the textures are the same. Yeah. But I think New Vegas just has a better story, a better atmosphere, a better set of controls, better gameplay, man, and it's a better RPG.
It was a lot less clunky, I'll say. I love Fallout 3. It was the first Fallout I played.
Yeah.
But you go over to New Vegas. I think the thing that gave it a lot of its speed was not having to rely on VATS. Like, you could actually look down your sights instead of having to be like, my AP's reloading, I'm just going to run away from you. Okay! I always liked, though, in the first couple of Fallout games, you could shoot them in the testicles. I always thought that was really funny.
Really?
Yeah, so when you went into VATS, it give you the whole body rundown.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could shoot certain NPCs in the testicles.
Well, it's a good inclusion, I suppose.
I like that feature.
Yeah. I know you do, Cian.
Thanks, Jim. But Fallout New Vegas is such a good... What point are you in?
I just met Mr. House.
So you're on the strip.
I'm on the strip. I've done a few side quests.
Have you done any of the casinos?
Yeah, I've went in all of them.
Okay, so how do you set up your character, actually? Let's talk about this.
What do you mean?
How do you set up your character? Like, what's their point alignment? Do you go heavy in strength, heavy in charisma?
I always do it in speech and charisma because it gets you so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so with strength, it's like, I'm going to kill you. Agility's, I'm going to shoot you. Charisma's like, hey!
Hey, I'm going to talk to you and you're going to agree with me. Yeah. Best way to play the game.
But I think the way I do it is, everyone's like, oh, you put it into intelligence and endurance, you last longer and you get more skill points. I'm like, no.
I think it's more fun to do speech, man. Speech it takes you in different directions that you wouldn't at all.
Speech is my favourite because some of the options... Do you see what I mean about the dialogue? Like, there are so many dialogue trees you can go down if you go through speech.
Yeah, you can do anything. And every time you level up, like every 2 times or something, you have this new perk that can come in. And it just changes everything.
With the perk, you can talk with people in certain ways. It really changes the way you play.
Completely.
And I think it makes it more personal. So, like, if you take a doctor perk and then you just start talking about doctor things to doctors.
Doctor things to doctors. I really love that. Very good, King. I like doing doctor things to doing doctor things to doctors. Well,
10 out of 10 IGN doing doctor things to doctor simulator.
Isn't that just surgeon simulator? But like the person you're operating is also a surgeon. PamfCast logic. I love it.
RPG RolePamfingGame.
No. Okay, title this video RolePamfingGame.
I like how we're just... It's like, first one, introduction. Oh yeah, titles are going to be fine. Second one, what was it? Hunting Catholics.
Third one, the Pamphitheater. Fourth one?
RolePamfingGame. That's
RolePamfingGame, I like it.
But, no, so... the casinos, I always put... What is it? So I put enough, like 8 into charisma.
Yeah.
I put some into intelligence, like 7. I put up agility to 6 and drop strength and endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing one?
I don't know.
Perception, I try and put up 1.
I never put anything on perception. I do it now and then, but is it important?
Yes.
Very important?
It depends how you play the game. Do you play run and gun? Like, what guns do you use?
I use a lot of handguns. I use a few revolvers, but lately I've been using shotguns.
No, yeah, then perception's useless to you. Perception is basically like how far away you can detect enemies on the...
I also use flamethrowers.
You don't need to go... I love playing... The way I start every game is I jack up the difficulty and I always play with like sniper rifles and the varmint rifle. So I can like sit in a hill like 200 yards away and just be like, dead.
Bam.
But then once you start getting into like levels 30, 35, 40, you get the riot shotgun from one of the DLCs.
Yeah.
Which is... It's just the... Did you...
Raslayer?
No, that's the varmint rifle. So the riot shotgun is basically like a shotgun with more bullets.
Really?
More killing power.
That's all you need.
So I just run up to people like bum bum bum.
Bum 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 bum. You know what's the most annoying enemy in that game?
Oh, Cazadors?
Caesar's Legion. I hate them. If you're starting out on the game and you just make enemies with them, they are so hard to kill.
Did you go through Nipton?
Yeah.
And did you kill Vulpus and Kulda?
No.
The Caesar's Legion guy there?
I probably did, yeah.
Because that's the first time that you get vilified. And from that point
on... I didn't do that. You know what I did?
Did you talk to him?
No. I went into Caesar's Legion. You know the base that's near all the starting villages and stuff? The first Caesar's Legion place you'll see. It's near enough to the place where you need to get a sheriff. I can't remember the name. Okay. Prim. It's near Prim.
Oh,
it's near the
Mojave Outpost.
No, you know where that group are? They're like the Brotherhood of Steel, but they're not.
The NCO Rangers.
That's it.
That's the Mojave Outpost.
There you go. I know a lot.
And you go down the road.
Yeah, I know a lot about Follow. Okay, yeah. So the first Caesar's Legion base you'll find with the guy there and the big house. I went in.
That's Nipton.
Yes. That's not Nipton. Oh, it is Nipton. When you said Nipton, I thought you were talking about the other... Novak. That's it, with the guy in the dinosaur place.
Boom.
But in Nipton, immediately I attacked them. Because your man goes, we burn people for no reason. I went, boy, what do you want about? And yeah.
No, that's... If you talk to him... I did it in my most recent playthrough where I tried to be a heartless, evil bastard.
Yeah.
Where I just talked to him and he's like, tell the NCR we are evil, basically.
Yeah, I know the quest.
All right,
NCR.
Well, that is the first time I didn't know you could have dialogue because I see Caesar's Legion and like shooting sight. So like I never got the chance.
You know what's funny about that game?
What?
I say Caesar's Legion, but some characters say Kaiser's Legion. Yeah. I really think that's just the voice actors.
Kaiser.
Sorry, that was Dan. Dan over there. But
you know why that is though, right?
Why?
It's because no one knows about Caesar. Like everyone's so uneducated, they just think that it's Kaiser because they read it phonetically.
Oh.
So it's to show that like people don't know what they're buying.
You know what's funny about Fallout 3 in New Vegas? They reuse a lot of the same voice actors.
Man, it's like 3 people.
Yeah, no, it's always that one guy who's like, "Hey, you can't be in here. Hey, I'm gonna need your guns." It's like, all right.
No, because all of Bethesda, like all their staff is programmers, and they're like, we could hire voice actors, or we could get one of the programmers.
I think one of the upsides of Fallout 4 is they have a lot more voice actors.
Yeah.
Like for individual characters, like say Piper, every single companion has a different voice.
Do you mean like all all the main characters have a voice actor in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, but as well, like
some of them are shared, I suppose, but like none that would heavily impact. I know all the NPCs are done by like a group of like 20 people. Maybe
Fallout 4, 20 people. But in
no, like in Fallout New Vegas, it's about 20 people who do.
Seems like a lot less because they sound very similar.
But you have to remember there's men and women, so it's about 10 each, right?
Well, yeah,
and there's enough variation between people that it doesn't seem like that many. But why is it a big deal?
I don't think it's a big deal. I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like it's kind of a quirk that just Fallout game. I don't really care because I'm just like, oh, you're an NPC. I don't care.
Sorry, guys, it's warm.
Take it off. Take it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Also,
this is totally cool.
So I'm gonna go back to Fallout and everything. Can I just point out that we've done this is fourth PamfCast now.
Yeah, but take into account that these are weeks apart and we don't have new outfits all the time. All right.
Yeah, but to be fair, in 3 of them we've worn the exact same clothes together.
That's because these are just my Sunday clothes.
Yeah, these are my Saturday clothes and I just wear them the next day.
Yeah.
It's because I don't do anything on Saturday.
We're generally stylish.
Yeah. Totally.
Cat mug, bro. We are stylish.
It's actually a really nice mug, though.
I know, right? I don't know who owns it. I stole it.
It's mine now.
Cheers. It's a trademark like my Doctor Who cup. But yeah, going away from Fallout for 1 sec, we're stylish. I just want to mention that we are stylish. I wear denim jackets.
I wear leather jackets.
You're a greaser. That's different, but still cool.
No, to be fair, all my style is basically from the 60s and 70s. It's not intentional. It's just all my clothes come from my uncle.
I'm like that too, but all my style's from the 80s.
That's Back to the Future.
Yeah, I wear blue skinny jeans and white shoes. I wonder who else does. Bam. It's Marty McFly. Just so you know.
More like Marty McFly.
How about like the band? Was that your reference, or are you just...
No, because you look fly.
Yeah! I was making a really shitty reference.
I haven't heard...
Oh, sorry for cursing. First one of the podcast.
No, I said bastard earlier, so...
That's not a real one, because like...
that is.
An illegitimate son is a bastard.
Yeah.
That's not a bad word. In Game of Thrones, every 2 seconds is, my bastard, Jon Snow.
Yes, let's use Game of Thrones for profanity censors.
To be honest...
There's no sex in that. There's no language in that. There's no violence.
We're not exactly being censored here. Well, we're sort of censoring ourselves.
You tried to censor yourself once and it didn't work.
Yeah, I used Darth Vader's breathing sound. Yeah.
What's Twitch?
What's Twitch? Yeah, sorry for going away from Fallout. I can't speak.
McFly, I used to have you know those singing toothbrushes that used to have 3-minute songs so that kids would brush their teeth for 3 minutes straight?
I weirdly do, yeah.
So I used to have one of those with a song from McFly.
Yeah?
I have no idea if McFly are still a thing anymore.
Dude, I only know McFly from a very girly movie called, what was it? Lindsay Lohan was in it.
Mean Girls?
No, Just My Luck. Chris Pine was in it. I'm a woman.
That's such a weird...
No, I only know it because I think I went to see it with my parents when I was a kid. They were like, we're going to go see it. I didn't watch it on my own, alright? Yeah, I'm a man. I watch Die Hard every day. McLean.
I used to watch... I watched all of Die Hard. Like, I always watch them at Christmas.
Dude, yeah. A friend of ours, Gary. Gary went like this to me. Oh, it's Christmas. Another chap was talking about Christmas movies. Oh, I love like Home Alone, Christmas with the Cranks. Gary turns to me, he goes, Jamie, Die Hard? And I go, yeah, it's not Christmas. It's not Christmas until you see Gruber falling off a building. Am I right? Bam. Yeah.
Can we just point out that...
Oh, there goes the bobblehead.
Nice one. And it also hit my cable.
Yeah, I was afraid that the recording stopped. But hey, we're all right.
But, so the thing is, last week's audio, you just clapped really loud there. It was a bit messed up because the gain on that thing was huge. And we're not quiet individuals.
We are not at all.
Like,
we're very loud and obnoxious, and
people would probably think we're abrasive if they met us, just because together we just like scream at each other in references that only we get.
Yeah, like for some context, there's my catchphrase. In English, we always shout out, "Ha, Pamf!" We can't explain what Pamf is.
No,
but there's a joke behind it, and it's the best joke ever. As in, you would die if you heard the joke about Pamps.
You die because you wouldn't want to be on this planet anymore. It's the stupidest joke we've ever come up with.
I was trying to make it seem like the joke was really funny, so people would speculate.
Oh no!
Nobody has to know how really bad it actually is.
See, it's actually a joke from the 80s, and I'm not going to tell you where because it's funny that no one knows. Because we explained it to a couple of people, and because it's so phenomenally
stupid,
that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, no, but I laughed at it.
No one laughed at it, and everyone was just like, oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was the only one who laughed at it. Ergo the name.
Oh, yeah, it's just because, like, in English, we just sit beside each other, and we're phenomenally just, like, stupid with each other, and it's hilarious for us.
Everyone else thinks it's different. Everyone else thinks, oh, look at the special two lads.
See, the great thing in English as well is our teacher lets us do it because he knows we're good students.
Yeah, and and to be honest, our English teacher might as well be one of the lads at the stage.
No, he is
like he's like us. Like the other day, do you remember? He was just really tired.
He
zoned out, and then you went, sir. He's like, yeah. You go, you all right? You went, nah.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, I love that guy. I really do.
No, but the funniest thing is he'll let us do whatever, and we can just be stupid. Like I asked him on Friday, like, "Oh, sir, I have some work to do. Can I just get on with it?" He was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, he's because just sound.
He knows that, like, when I'm in class, he'll just be, right, lads, these are all the notes. Actually, sir, and I think the funniest was definitely when we got into a mock argument.
Yeah, it was about the end of what was it?
Spinning Heart.
Was it a redemptive ending?
Or was it pessimistic text? And he was like,
he was saying it's all about redemption, and you were like, well, sir, I think you could argue that it's not.
It was like a solid 25-minute argument.
I was just sitting there like, what am I watching? But this is amazing.
In the end, because I made some really good points in the end, he's just like, you've just defunct all my notes. And
it's like, damn right I did.
Go on, sir. Anyway, Fallout.
Fallout, yeah, we went way off track.
So,
off from style.
Off from what?
Style.
Oh, yeah.
Did I say style?
Style.
Harry
Styles. Hot shingles in your area.
How much money, honey? Henry Jones Jr.
He's named after the dog.
Sorry, Dan. Snakes. I hate snakes. Indiana Jones. That was a terrible impression.
I know what we're referencing. Why did you have to...
I don't know.
Just in case...
If you know me, I do really bad impressions, and I act like they're good, and I never shut up.
Anyway.
Indiana Jones.
You kind of sound like... that's the same voice you use for Frank Castle. Sorry, Pete Castiglione.
Yeah, Pete Castiglione.
What was I going to say?
Thank you, ma'am.
You know Novak, right? Where Boone is in the dinosaur.
Yes, I do.
Do you know why it's called Novak?
No.
'Cause outside there's a sign,
and
it's a motel, no vacancies, but only
no way, really, man?
Up. Yeah,
I have no idea.
And do you know that place is real?
Really?
Yeah, the dinosaur as well.
No.
So is Prem.
No.
Yeah. I'm not
in like
you.
the Mojave Desert.
No, Jamie. Yes, Jamie.
Very good. Very good. It's Sunday and I was up late last night. My brain has about 2% power. Go ahead, Keen.
You okay?
Best PamfCast yet.
Oh. I like how slowly the quality of these is just dropping.
You're trying to explain something and I can hardly speak or make or form a sentence.
But that's kind of the funny part of that.
Imagine we did a PamfCast in French. Sorry for interrupting Follow again.
We couldn't. We do not know enough French. Do not try and speak. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, baguette.
Yeah, my girlfriend made fun of me about a week or two ago.
Oh no, she makes fun of you all the time.
That's fair, but they were speaking French where they were saying "Je ne sais pas," I don't know. And then I said, because I had Irish in my head, I was studying Irish that day. I said "Ne le sais pas." I used the word Neil, which means no in Irish, and yeah, now she won't shut up over it. Neil is simple, yeah.
Oh, bits like that, they're really funny.
Oh yeah.
But
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais.
Anyway,
so, have you gotten any of the companions in Fallout 4? Fallout
4, I have all of them. Yeah, New Vegas. Yeah, I have. You know the girl from Brother of Steel?
Veronica.
Yes, Veronica. I'm trying to get the one that is basically Jessie from Toy Story in the Mojave Outpost, Cassie, yes. I'm saying I got that reference from I was trying to find out how to get her as a companion.
Whiskey Rose, yeah.
Yeah, and he referred to her as Jessie from Toy Story, so that's now all I remember when I think of that companion.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that guy.
I never got her because I was just like, you're bored.
It's too hard to get her. You have to do too much stuff. You have to get a caravan for her.
It's such a long quest.
Yeah, there's no point.
I got her once and then I was like, okay, go off, I don't care. And then went back and got Boone. Because he gives you the best perk.
Yeah.
Easily. It's the easiest to get.
I'm finding the game just so easy to play, as in I'm loving it. Yeah, like Fallout 4, it took me a while to get the hang of it. This one, I just find it easier, and it's actually more fun.
I mean it. The DLCs just make it better.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have the hotel one, the Sierra Madre Dead Money.
Yes.
You have Honest Hearts, where this religious man whose ex-Caesar's Legion was set on fire, and now he's on a rampage against Caesar's Legion. Shorter. It's set in the Grand Canyon where everything's coming to life, so everything's non-radioactive, which is lovely. And do you remember I told you the story about the guy who survived the original blast?
Is that the guy who was leaving all those clues?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the most interesting one you were talking about, yeah.
So this guy was basically like, he was in the Grand Canyon and missed the nuclear blast and lived there, and when children from the vault started coming out, he started to protect them. And then he became a god because he was protecting them.
Can I say as well, that's like a genius idea. For the writers of that DLC, it's probably it's the most interesting, and it's just the most
I nearly cried at the
original.
End of it. It's such.
Dude, like you wouldn't think you would be emotionally affected from a game, but so much games do it. Like The Last of Us. I know you don't like the game, but the end of that game was one of the saddest. The Walking Dead. You know the ones with Telltale.
Yeah.
Very sad, man.
I think they could have ended after season 1, to be honest.
Yeah. No, season 2 was very good. Season 3
Season 2 just felt like a rehash, to be fair. Sorry, season 2 just felt like a rehash.
You could argue that, but I felt that oh shit! I said shoot there. I'm getting better. Yeah.
Sorry, I saw the.
You saw it and you took it.
I saw the opportunity.
Yeah. But the season 2 I liked it because it got me into the game. It got me immersed in it. But the third one was terrible.
I haven't played the third one.
Do not play the third one.
How about Borderlands? Do you ever play Borderlands?
No.
Borderlands
I know what it is done.
I'm glad it's.
The masked guy.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
Speaking of masked guys.
Back to Fallout.
Oh, we're going to get through this eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so many games do really good storytelling.
Dude, they do. Like, you don't like the story in Fallout 4, do you?
I didn't like it because it wasn't Fallout-y enough.
But for me, as an outsider from Fallout, when I played it, I felt it had a good story. It was
a decent story.
It kept me intrigued. It was a mystery, and it surprised me at the end. So I think it was an alright story.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. But the whole thing with father and all, I just thought...
Papa. Yeah. But no, I think it was okay. I think it was a solid 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7
for the story alone.
Story alone, sure.
6 out of 10.
I really did like the game
overall. As a normal game, 7 out of 10. As a Fallout game, 4 out of 10.
All right, fair.
But
I can't agree with that because you explained it. As in, it's not Fallout enough. It's not a good RPG. It's more just of a good linear story game.
Action,
yeah.
And the other thing is, I don't like putting things into numbers, even though I just did. I don't like because it's very hard to.
Yeah, it's very hard to convey what you really think.
It's like, oh, this game had microtransactions, but it was pretty good.
I love Star Wars.
Oh man,
Battlefront 2. What? I'm going to use the word "what" is shambles. Battlefront. I really like that word shambles, man. It describes exactly how I feel.
It's such a shambles.
It is, really. They base the entire game on microtransactions. That is not how you make a game. And it's not how you make a Star Wars game.
I miss the old Battlefront.
So do I. I bought it on Steam for £2.
Yeah, so that's great. You can go.
I don't need to buy a new Battlefront. I can just play the one from 2004. Happy days.
I want to go back and get it and rid of my Xbox, and then I'm going to play Republic Commando.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good game.
That's a good game. I really liked... Battlefront 2 number 1. A good game was...
Battlefront 2 Run?
what was it good? Episode 3, the game was fun. The multiplayer was fun.
It was only fun because I remember playing it at a friend's house and it was just hours of just trying. It's like Mortal Kombat.
The funny thing is, I've been told before that I'm a legend on that game. I can't be beaten on Star Wars Episode 3. I can't be beaten.
Why do I feel like this is going to be a thing?
It is going to be a thing, and you're going to challenge. One day we're going to play it. I will beat you. I've been told before, I'm the master of that game.
It's over, Jamie.
I
have the Xbox.
You underestimate my controller. Don't play it. I know every word, so I'm not gonna. I know every word of that ending in that movie, but we're gonna move on.
Sorry, I want to finish up on Fallout DLC.
Go ahead, man. Sorry, I keep interrupting with nonsense.
No, because I like going off topic, but I just want to get through the DLC because they were also good. There was 2 more. I can't remember either of them. Because there was one to the north.
See, I can't help you.
The Great Divide. What was it called?
Fallout.
Lonesome Road.
Right.
Lonesome Road.
Yeah.
Where you meet another another courier.
Courier.
Ulysses. And it's set in this hugely radioactive field. And is so good. The payoff at the end is the best because it's just a really good DLC. And also Eddie. Ed-E.
Okay.
Eddie. The robot comes in. And
you mean Wally?
Sure. Actually, did you ever go into any of the buildings in Prim? You know, the one with the giant... Because if you go into...
I fought all the guys who had your man kidnapped.
I killed them once.
I didn't kill your man, but I killed all the people in there.
Did you get the flamer?
Yeah.
But,
the incinerator is it called.
That's it. Because the flamer is straight flames. It's lit.
Boy.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it's you can get a robot in Prim where that's your companion.
Yeah. But I haven't done it yet because I don't have the enough pressure.
Yeah,
on intelligence.
It's good. He's a good companion.
Yeah,
but he plays a huge part in the Lonesome Road DLC.
Is dog meat in New Vegas?
No.
No, can you get a dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I thought you could.
Why is this failing me? I
don't know. I saw a video how to get dog meat in New Vegas.
Yeah,
is he in the game?
I think you can. I think you can get a dog.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Man, I'm gonna feel like such an idiot because I cannot remember.
Oh, dude.
It's such a big game though. Anyway, so Lonesome Road. That's pretty lit. And then the last one is Old World Blues.
Yeah.
Where you go to the Big MT. Everyone calls it the Big Empty, as in like nothing in it, empty, because it's big. Capital M-T, as in Big Mountain.
Okay. The Big Empty.
Yeah, so everyone refers to it as the Big Empty, even though it's Big Mountain. And you meet 4 or 5 scientists who are brains in jars. And it is the funniest gaming experience I've ever had. One of them refers to your fingers as hand penises, and it is the funniest thing ever. Don't get your little hand penises all over my equipment. I'm not kidding. That's like a direct quote. It's beautiful. Right. I love that. It's so
writing,
funny.
Man.
You meet the bad guy.
Oh, sorry, I can't get over that.
You meet the bad guy, and he's just like, I was just lonely. I'd suggest leaving Old World Blues till the end because it is the funniest thing that you will ever play.
Yeah.
Like if you play that game and you don't laugh every 5 minutes, you are doing something wrong. It also gives you the best weapons, I think. Not as in does the most damage. It just has really cool weapons.
Yeah.
You can get axes.
Yeah.
That are they're called proton axes, and they're just energy axes.
Yeah.
It's lightsabers, basically.
The best weapon... Sorry, I whacked down there. But the best weapon I've seen lately from what I've been doing is I went into that cave and I found a rat slayer.
Rat slayer is very good.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Because, I always do that. That's the first thing I do is I get a varmint rifle, silencer, extended mags, and scope. And then...
That's essentially the rat slayer, isn't it?
Yeah. Except I like the rat slayer because it does a little bit more critical damage, and it's also in black.
Oh, yeah.
With a rat.
There you go.
And the thing is, I like having that kind of setup because it means going to get the powder gangers out of the prison. I didn't know that there was a storyline for them.
There's a storyline for them? I did not know that at all.
If you talk to them, you can do some powder ganger quests.
Yeah?
If you don't kill Joe Cobb at the start, you can become like a member of the powder gangers.
Did I kill Joe Cobb?
You know?
No, I didn't.
Did you side with him?
Wait, Joe Cobb.
You know the one powder ganger in Good Springs?
What, was he the guy who you can... No, was it the caravaner?
Yeah.
No.
Did you help the caravaner?
Yes.
Then you killed Joe Cobb.
Oh, I did kill Joe Cobb, yeah.
Sorry, I know all the names.
I don't. I know all the names of the fourth game, which you know, it's Fallout 4.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's Fallout 4.
Do you ever do that quest that, I'm going to forget it. His father is being locked up in the penitentiary?
No.
I thought you played Fallout 4.
Oh, I thought you were talking about New Vegas. What do you
mean?
His father? Whose father?
So there's a guy who you do a quest for. His father's locked up in a vault in a penitentiary.
Wait, what?
Do you know
Fallout 4?
Fallout 4. The fourth one with Piper and the Speaky character.
I did every quest in that game, so I must have. I did.
You would have remembered, because it's such a cool quest. Because at the end you choose between. Is it Lorenzo? Yeah, Lorenzo is his father.
I know that name very well.
We'll do it with you now.
Is it with the Triggerman? No.
What is the Triggerman? Triggermen are no. That's.
Was Nick Valentine there?
No, it's the Cabot house.
Yeah, Cabot House.
Did it? Yeah.
No, it's not
And
the Cabot.
you get Lorenzo's artifact out.
That's it. So,
Yeah, I have
And
it.
it's the Gambit.
Yo, with the big hat on his head, the
Yes.
alien thing. Yes, now I remember. Took me ages, but now I remember because I really like the gun.
I
have
don't
no
like,
more ammo for it anymore though.
I like the Alien Blast. So that was a good game.
Yeah, it was funny with killing the alien actually. It looked
Did
like
you-
something from Mars Attacks. Did you ever see Mars? Did you ever see Mars Attacks?
No.
No, it's with Pierce Brosnan, Michael J. Fox. Who else in it?
There's a lot of movies I need to watch.
What's the guy? It's unusual to be loved when Tom Jones. There we are. Yeah, he's in the movie as well.
Well, I think you need to go back and play 3 as well. Actually, 3 has some really good DLC.
I played half of them.
DLC is very good.
Yeah.
All the DLCs for all Fallout games, like Nuka World, so good.
Oh yeah, Nuka
Far
World's good.
Harbor,
Yeah, it's the one with Nick Valentine. I haven't played it, but I heard it's amazing.
really good.
Yeah.
Then all the DLCs from New Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Mothership Zeta was fantastic from Fallout 3. Point Lookout was fantastic. Operation Anchorage was when you went back in time, basically. Very meh. It was interesting, but it felt too linear for me. And Broken Steel was basically just an addition to the game and meant that you didn't finish it.
I think we share a love for one particular quest in Fallout New Vegas. Remember with the ghouls, with the spaceship? Yeah.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Dude, that one's amazing.
So good.
And you were saying as well, you can do the wrong thing, give him sugar bombs,
Yeah,
and the ship explodes.
if you talk to the guy who thinks he's a ghoul, what's his name, Philip or something like that? Anyway.
I don't think so, but yeah, I know who he is.
Philip, we'll call him
Phil of the future. Do you remember that show?
Oh God.
Phil, 27th century man. Do you remember
Anyway,
that? Sorry, I keep interrupting today.
that's great. But it's if you talk to him and you're like, "You're not a ghoul," he's like, "I am a ghoul.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this face, smooth skin. You wouldn't touch this."
And then when you talk to the main ghoul who has like, who you think's insane because of all the
Jason
glowing.
Bright.
Yeah, Jason Bright, and he's like, well, he's insane.
No, like literally, you talk to him and like, Chris Huddersfield or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Haversham. Yes, Chris Haversham.
Yeah.
And he's just like, Chris is guiding us on our path.
That's the exact voice.
We have no need for him past this point, though.
He would not survive the journey.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
And then you go and you tell Chris, and he's just like, "What? Why are you saying smooth skin?"
Oh, Keane,
This-
you're doing
this-
a ghoul
this
voice. I
hurts.
think. What if we both did ghouls for the rest of the podcast?
I would die.
Hi,
That's so accurate.
I'm a ghoul.
Man, I came from Underworld.
I don't like these smooth skins.
Did you? Oh man, you won. Anyway, so you can just basically convince Chris, like you're just like, Chris, buddy, you're human. And then he's like, "What? I've been lied to."
No.
And then you just like, you could sabotage the rock because here's some
Sugar bombs. Oh yeah.
And then instead of going flying or whatever, like they all like twist around each other and hit each other, and like, oh, it's fantastic.
I think it's cool. I like the other way where they go, because it's like, where did they go? I like the way that the game does not explain where they went.
The game does a great thing of not telling you everything and just kind of like lets you assume. Like, have you done any of? Okay, it was in Fallout 4. You know the Dunwich dig site.
Yeah.
You know the way that if you go down there, there's a bit of creepiness, and there's like, you get visions.
Yeah.
And they become ghouls, and there's a lot of ghouls, but they're visions.
Mm-hmm.
In Fallout 3, there was also a Dunwich building that if you went down, you could find.
It's just a chair, I swear.
Sure was, but if you go down, you can find a monolith, and if you stand
Jesus. Look,
just move away. Just
the mic will pick that up, actually.
yeah, it will, but let's not.
I
Anyway,
hate that when you know it's the chair and then you can't prove it.
But if you go down, you can find a monolith and you can hear chanting. It's really creepy. It's really creepy.
I thought you said Chandler Bing. Like you said
chanting, and it's creepy.
Chandler.
But also in Point Lookout, it kind of continues on that, and it has this kind. All of Fallout has this kind of vaguely occult theme to it. And it's really cool.
It does, yeah. I like the way that it can surprise you with weird nonsense.
It's because a lot of the lore is based off H.P. Lovecraft.
Really? What's that?
You know Cthulhu?
Yes.
The guy who made him.
Ooh.
He was this like 18th, maybe, 1800s.
You know where I know Cthulhu from? South Park.
That's so sad.
Cthulhu, yeah. Cartman summoned that big satanic demon
Yeah,
to beat the other kids who were dressed as superheroes.
No, see the
As
thing.
the Coon. That was his name in South Park, the Coon, Cartman.
Okay, right.
It's not a racist
Moving
term.
on.
It's not a racist term.
But the thing is with.
Can I just mention, when that came out and Cartman called himself the Coon, I didn't even know what that meant as in a racist term. So
you're
hey,
backtracking so far.
Well, you know, hey.
Anyway, but yeah, H.P. Lovecraft made a lot of cool occult things.
Can I say it's an amazing name? H.P. Lovecraft?
Yeah.
It's like saying my name is John World of Warcraft.
Lovecraft also inspired a lot of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love World of Warcraft. The first, no, it was not the first. Was it the first boss of the game?
I don't know.
Like the first raid boss you could do is based off Cthulhu. It's like a giant tentacle monster.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is based. A lot of the bosses and raid bosses and kind of themes in it are based off Lovecraft. And it's the theme. It's not just horror and it's not just occult. The specific genre that it comes from is called Lovecraftian horror because it's slightly spooky, slightly real, and slightly occult. And it's really nice.
Sorry, I brought up South Park a few seconds ago. Sorry for steering way off from World of Warcraft and Fallout, but I have to say something nice about South Park.
I don't really watch South Park.
All right, I'll explain to you. South Park are very important. You know why? Without South Park, you wouldn't have Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman, Bob's Burgers. You wouldn't have any of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every single creator, they've said it in interviews before, who made those other shows, they grew up watching South Park. South Park's been on since like 97.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, years and years. I grew up with South Park. A lot of my comedy comes from South Park. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, geniuses.
Have you ever watched how they record the lines for Ike?
Yeah, his daughter.
Yeah, he's just like, very good. Now we're just gonna say this. You're a fat bitch. Yeah, fat bitch.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they've made like Team America as well.
America,
Fuck yeah. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Film Actors Guild. Where was it?
Fag. That was the name.
Was it Film? Yeah, Film Actors Guild.
Yeah. And there was Alec Baldwin. I love the end of that movie because the main guy, I can't remember his name in the movie, I can't believe it.
I'm so wrong.
No, I mean the main
Do you remember
character.
we saw that in history class?
Yes, we watched it this year again.
Oh,
same clip. Yeah, well anyway, the main character, at the end he goes, the whole team goes, you have to outact him. He's like, I have to outact Alec Baldwin, the greatest actor who has ever lived, because they're making fun of Alec Baldwin. And yeah.
It's very easy to make fun of Alec Baldwin.
Oh, it is. It's far too easy. Hi, welcome back to the PamfCast.
Part 2.
Smooth skins.
Give me some lotion, Louise.
Louise?
I don't know.
Oh, so welcome back to PamfCast. This is part 2 where we talk about more stupid stuff.
We went to go and get coffee, and now...
we ended up with
Coke. Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, yeah, because who needs calories?
We might be getting triple pounders, or triple quarter pounders later.
Yeah, but we're also healthy. Yeah?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we were talking about ghouls earlier, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be really funny because I forget what we were talking about last. If there's like a 20-minute gap between.
Yeah, I can't remember what we did because we took a bit of a break and we had some Doritos. It was nice.
Some Doritos.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was great, fantastic.
Oh, dude, fine.
But so there's a ghoul. There's a recurring character in Fallout. He's in 1, 2, and 3. Harold the Ghoul.
Harold the Ghoul.
He was one of the first FEV victims.
Oh, really?
And he had a twig growing out of him. And in the first one it was a twig, in the second one it was a branch with leaves. And by 3, he was a fully grown tree who couldn't move. And he's like really old as well, because he's been there since the start of the war, basically.
Yeah.
And when you talk to him in 3, because he's a tree now and he can talk, it's like a tree with a ghoul face. He's grown, there's a like a cult around him. They're all like, praise the tree. You go and talk with him, and he's just like, kill me. I've been alive for too long. And so you have the option to kill him, and it's just a really interesting
Did you
quest.
kill him?
No.
No, you kept him alive?
I've done it 3 times because I saved just before I decided, because I was like really unsure. Because he really wants to die. Because he can't do anything.
I'd put him out of his misery.
Dan picked the
Lethal.
the lethal path. Lethal. That reminds me of a show I'm
Lethal
watching.
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
I haven't watched Lethal Weapon.
Dude, if anyone ever recommends you Lethal Weapon, do not watch the movies. The
movies.
movies are
Watch
incredible.
the series.
They're incredible. But the series, man, it's on season 2 at the moment.
It's on Netflix.
No. I hate this. Whenever I recommend a show, it's happened with a few people. Is it on Netflix?
That's because
No. There's this thing called buying it.
there's this thing called I don't have a laptop to legally buy it online.
Yes, dude, with every show I've ever watched, I have always done it by the book.
100%. 100%.
Extravision!
Oh man, do you remember when they were a thing?
Oh yeah, man.
Did you ever?
I loved that as a kid, going to Extravision, getting a DVD.
Oh, have you ever watched a thing? Oh, you mightn't have. I know I showed you a while ago. It was a thing called Spirited Away. It was done by an anime studio called Studio Ghibli.
Yes.
And I watched that from Extravision, and I was terrified as a child by it. It was horrible to watch as a kid, because I was like, it's such a freaky movie.
Yeah.
But it was one of my early Extravision moments.
I remember Extravision as a kid, like walking in, seeing the PlayStation 2 games, seeing all the DVDs, the posters. It was just a great place to be. Smell of popcorn.
Oh yeah, I used to
I
always
have fond memories of that place, man.
that was where I started playing the Arkham games. Because I went in and
you
got,
told me
yeah,
this,
the
yeah.
Arkham Asylum.
First one, yes, Asylum.
And yeah, the Scarecrow bit's terrifying.
There was only ever 3 Arkham games. We don't need to mention a certain Origins prequel story.
Okay, this has been said a lot, but have you noticed that every prequel to a game, like a long-running game franchise, is Origins?
Mm-hmm.
And there's always like a 4th or 5th installment, if it gets that long, that's called Revelations.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. I'll bring it up again.
Yeah.
Played more of it. Let's see if this picks it up. I found this.
Who knows if the camera will focus?
No, that's not going to focus ever. Anyway,
Yeah.
I swear I'm not stupid, but it's a little ring that I got a while back that has the Assassin's logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
Been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins this week.
Yeah.
It's super fun. Nah, it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but that's mainly because it's kind of like, oh, you can do. It's one of the Ubisoft sandbox conglomerate.
Yeah.
All of the Ubisoft games have become sandboxes recently, and I like a sandbox, but it's a bit diluted now. Like to the point where I've nearly done all the areas. Like I've gone around and collected all the secrets and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to be doing like the 3rd main quest or 4th main quest. You okay there?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, but I'm making sure I'm in the camera.
In the frame.
In the camera.
But I think it's a really good game, and I'm having a lot of fun. Would recommend, but it's very pricey, which is I don't like that thing about games where if you buy it for consoles, it's like you
need a pre-order to get everything. I missed the good old days
where
you just had to get it yourself, as in you had to earn it, and it was a better feeling, you know.
much better.
You feel like you're adequate, you're able to do this. You're feeling of I did that. I got all the collectibles myself, you know.
I just hate microtransactions,
dude. And like the whole problem is you shouldn't pre-order, but now you have to pre-order because if you don't pre-order, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, well, Assassin's Creed is okay because
What's the point of releasing a game if you're not releasing the full game?
yeah. And also the thing is, games have got exponentially more expensive. Like
Dude,
Assassin's
do you
Creed
remember the
is
good old
75.
days where like a PS2 game would be what, like 40?
Yeah,
40, 50?
40, 50.
And then they went up to 60 with PlayStation 3 and then 70 for PlayStation 4.
I was looking, there's a gold edition of Assassin's Creed Origins that has like 4 extra items. Like literally nothing. And it's like 105 quid and you're kind of going,
really? You know, dude, it's just a bad idea. And
DLC
it's just,
is getting more expensive.
Yeah, it's
more...
just greed, you know?
Yeah, no, completely.
Like, there was no need. Like, our economy-wise, yes, we went through a recession, but like, there is no need to be spending or be charging that much more. they're doing very well for themselves.
They know it's such a $1 million industry. They know they can suck more money out of us.
Yeah, it's a money machine.
My favorite thing is Witcher 3 DLC. Gave you pretty much a new game for £25, and it was beautiful. It was one of the best levels of DLC. I didn't play it myself just because I haven't gotten around. Because Witcher takes a lot of time to get into, but I've seen people play it, and I'm just like.
I think the best DLC I ever played was Undead Nightmare, because it's essentially a new game. For Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. The entire premise of the game is different. The combat is different. The weapons are different.
I wouldn't call that a DLC though.
It's more of a add-on.
It's more of a standalone game, nearly.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Do you know Far Cry Blood Dragon? Is it Blood Dragon? Okay.
I haven't played any Far Cry.
So it was based around the Far Cry game, but it was this kind of like standalone-ish game that was kind of like cyberpunky in the future, like neo-realist.
Neo-realist? That's a fancy-ass word. It's almost like a subversion of expectation.
It literally just means new reality, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Realist. Neo-realist.
Because you're taking real life and you're giving it.
You know, Cian, I learn a lot of these fancy sort of phrases from you, and when I put them into words or into sentences, I can't see. Look, there's my real intelligence. When I put it into sentences with other people, as in, like, imagine me going like this. Like, I said this to my sister recently. She's like, "Yeah, but like I thought they'd be open and they aren't," or something like that. And I go, "Really? It's mad how these things happen. It's almost like a subversion of expectation, really." And I'd look around, it's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh. Sorry, I meant it's very unexpected." Thanks, Cian. Thanks for that.
That's one of my favourite memes is just giving you just weird words to say.
Can I say, I don't know why we're having fancy-ass glasses with our Diet Coke.
Fancy-ass glasses in general. I mean, like, this is
a chalice. First I give you a kitten mug, now I give you a chalice from Game of Thrones. You're welcome.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun. There's poison in that. The Lannister sent her regards. Bam. You don't know that? Do you know the reference?
Yeah.
What is it?
Game of Thrones.
I didn't want to press you. It's a big thing. It's the Red Wedding.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen up to the Red Wedding. I've seen I don't know how many.
Yeah, the Red Wedding. That sparked a lot of memes with like in actual weddings when people start playing "The Reigns of Castamere," which is the Lannister family song. It goes da 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 da, and everyone freaks out if they watch Game of Thrones. Like, oh shit,
I'm dead.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about that scene?
What?
The drummer from Coldplay was in the Lannister band, yeah. Like, Coldplay made a really good video for Red Nose Day with the cast of Game of Thrones. I strongly recommend you check it out.
Did you ever see Rastafarian Targaryen?
That's it, yeah, from Coldplay. That was part of it with
you're right, sorry.
And then there was Peter Dinklage, Still Going Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Still Going Strong. There was Jon Snow, Wildlings. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I've seen that one.
And then
what's the name? Kit Harington?
Yeah, Kit Harington. And there was Jamie Lannister at the best one. Nikolai Coster-Waldau. Yes, I know names. That's right. Yeah. He did one where it was basically about Joffrey and how he's in love with his sister, and it went like closer to home.
Joffrey? Do you mean?
Yeah, Joffrey. Yeah.
Joffrey doesn't have does he have his sister?
No, I mean Jamie's sister,
yeah,
Cersei. That's who he's with. And the song he was on the piano.
Joffrey is the guy from Trinity.
He is. Yeah. What's his name? Jack Gleeson.
Jack Gleeson.
Yeah.
Jackie boy.
He did a talk in UCD a few years ago. Very good.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw up to the part where Jon Snow died.
That was season 5's finale.
Saw up to there.
Really? That's fair enough. I thought you were on like season 3.
Yeah, no, I was thinking back and I've seen up to that, but it's very hazy what I've seen in between.
I think you should go back and rewatch them.
Oh, no, I definitely do.
Dude, it's probably the best show in the past 20 years.
Maybe.
If you look at like the whole thing as a whole, in terms of fantasy.
I like it. You know, I've written fantasy for years, so I love it.
This is my own opinion. You're going to disagree with me. It's better than Lord of the Rings.
I've never actually seen Lord of the Rings.
Good. Watch Game of Thrones.
No, like, okay. I've seen some of it.
Okay, the first one, what was it? The Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship,
the Two Towers, and the last one, I can't remember. People who like Lord of the Rings are going to hate us, by the way.
No, like, I know, put it this way, I know I have to see it, because, as I say,
they're big enough movies that you would want to see, so when so many people have seen them, when it's brought up, you would want to be able to get in the conversation.
You know they were based off books, correct?
Yes, I know, by something Tolkien. J.K. Tolkien? No.
J.K. Tolkien.
J.K. Rowling. Something Tolkien. T. or Tolkien.
T.S. Eliot.
No. something Tolkien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not know this?
I do know this. I just forget his name. The first.
J.R.R.
Oh, J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. You know that line from Epic Rap Battles of History where it's George R.R. Martin versus J.R.R. Tolkien?
No,
Do you not watch Epic Rap Battles of History?
not really.
But it's like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
you
about.
took so much from me, you even stole my R.R.
Yeah, because George R. R. Martin is actually he loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like you should, because it's a great fan. Like,
No, I mean it's basically the core inspiration for Game of Thrones.
I'm
What's
shocked.
Game of Thrones? Yeah.
See, the thing is, people who love Lord of the Rings have probably already tuned out, but I love fantasy so much. Like, I write a
Dude,
lot.
yeah.
So
You're right.
I always write
I
fantasy.
really want to read something you've written.
Oh god, I've gotten so far into so many different projects that I've written, and then I just scrap them because I'm unhappy by it. It's hard to write and like your own work, I think. Maybe that's just a me thing.
I think with me in particular, it says with you're your own biggest critic.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like you making a video, and then it's like a 5-hour video, and you have to do it in like bits.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look back and you go, I
I don't like that.
So I end up just going, feck it.
No. Yeah,
No.
exactly, man. Like, I've worked on many projects, like short films, actual films, and little things. Like, my bro, we work on things for years. And I think we're always happy with something really well. And then we're like, oh, that one particular thing was just terrible. That was our worst thing. That was our worst bit of work, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you dropped something. Was it your ring? Yes, it was. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, Frodo. you don't get it, do you?
No.
Oh. Have you read Lord of the Rings books?
I've read some of them.
I read the first page of the first book. Yeah, I know.
Genuine recommendation, and I'll give you the book soon. I'm giving it to a teacher in school, Mr. Lynch.
Mm-hmm. Very nice guy. Yeah.
Because he really wants to get into fantasy. It's a book by Scott Lynch called The Lies of Loch Lamora, and it's a very real fantasy book, and it's set in kind of like a magic land, and it's just beautiful. It's the best book I've read in the last. It's the best book I've read.
Sorry, what's it called?
The Lies of Loch Lamora.
The Lies of Loch Lamora.
Loche.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great book.
I'll check it out.
Scott Lynch.
I'll look it up.
But it's just like a really good book in general.
I don't read often. I used to read. Lately, I watch so much TV shows. Like, and like, you could ask me the most random show, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that.
Peaky Blinders.
You've asked me. You know it's the one I haven't watched. You know.
Such a good show.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. I'll add it to my list.
No, watch it.
Alright, I'll watch it.
Because there's a scene because they keep razor blades in their caps, and he takes off his cap and he slices someone's ear off.
You know someone's not going to watch a show on Netflix. Go, I added it to my list.
Yeah. No, I just know by you. It's just like, I'll do that eventually.
Sorry, my brain goes somewhere and then it goes the other way, and then I'm working on politics.
So Fallout, am I right?
Yeah. New Vegas. New Vegas.
I saw a lovely little meme, which was Mr. House, and it was like, who would win? A smart man who has spent centuries planning with the help of an army of robots. A fucking mailman.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I also saw something very funny today, which was kid asks his dad, who's a Bitcoin investor, for $10 worth of Bitcoin. He goes, $10? You know that? Why do you need 965? You know, 14 quid is a lot of money. Because it's the fluctuation of Bitcoin. I tell that joke horribly. I really wish I could just...
Sorry, I feel bad for not laughing, but I can't understand.
Yeah, I've invested in some things. Just because it's...
It's good to do. You could randomly become quite wealthy.
Not even that. It's good to... Especially if you have... So like a low interest portfolio. You can build it up over years. I don't think
a good drive is money.
I do.
It can be.
It can be.
But it also can obsess you. You know, like you can get like quite...
Money obsessed, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't quite gotten into that at all.
There's a difference between being money driven and being envious.
Yeah.
Because you can be money driven and be... So that means you'll put in a lot of hard
That's
work.
a good thing though. It's business minded. You're not going to make stupid mistakes, and it's more like insurance for the future as well.
If you're like, man, Jamie has 200 quid, I only have 150 quid. That's envy, and that's what you don't want.
Yeah. I know, yeah. You don't want that in anything, actually.
No, and especially
whether it be like, say, on YouTube or
yeah, because we're making that hella bread.
Yeah. See your last PamfCast, was it like 29 views?
Oh,
come on.
oh, boom.
Yeah.
We to be fair to us, and it was something that it just kind of made me smile, which was, even though that we've only basically told family and friends, we have like nearly 200 reviews on the channel.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
It sounds so stupid, but it's like such a weirdly satisfying
Yeah, I
thing.
completely understand, man.
So I'm going to look up how many views exactly, because it's funny.
I'm gonna.
You keep talking, Jamie.
Am I gonna go solo on the PamfCast?
Go solo.
Or I'm gonna take this very 1 minute right here to talk about to just tell people right now.
Views.
Shut up, Dan. If you haven't
157.
If you haven't watched Doctor Who, watch Doctor Who for one reason. It'll change your life.
The War Doctor.
Yeah, John Hurt has an amazing performance.
You're going to put up that picture?
Yeah, there it is. War Doctor, yeah.
I'll make sure to send that to you.
Yeah, I don't know why I just mentioned that, but if you haven't seen Doctor Who, watch Doctor Who.
So
okay.
I need to, because...
Dude, alright, I'm going to tell you exactly where to start. Doctor Who ended in 1989, came back for a TV movie in 96, alright? Alright, yeah?
I'm still awake.
Right, 2005, they got a new Doctor with a leather jacket. Start from him. And Christopher Eccleston. You don't need to watch any Doctor Who from before it. Series 1 on Netflix, just start watching it.
Yeah, I did see that was on Netflix. So.
Here's the thing. The first season's quality is very bad. They didn't have enough money. Ignore the bad effects.
Like the PamfCast.
Ignore the first season. Watch the first season. Because in the future you'll go back and go, wow, he was actually good. Because there's that Doctor, and then in Doctor Who they have this term called regeneration, where when the Doctor's dying, like he gets shot, because he's a Time Lord, he can regenerate his body, but he becomes a new man. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the 10th Doctor, which is after the guy who I told you about with the leather jacket, amazing. David Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant.
Incredible, man. Once you get to him, you're like, oh my god, this show is good.
Good.
So start from... Alright, how about we make a deal? If you watch Doctor Who, I'll watch Peaky Blinders.
You're not going to watch Peaky Blinders.
I will, if you watch Doctor Who. Send me a snap of Doctor Who, I'll watch Peaky Blinders.
I'll send you a picture of just Doctor Who from the start.
Yeah. Alright.
What was I going to say? Do you know what I think we should do? And I think it's a really good idea.
What?
Would be... Because just the way you were trying to describe it, you sounded absolutely insane, I'm going to be honest.
No, right?
But get a list of movies that we have to describe in 6 words.
Okay.
But you can't mention major plot points.
Oh, alright. So it's a movie, but you have to describe it in 6 words.
Or 7 words, we'll do 7.
7 words with no major plot points.
Yeah.
Alright.
So like... or games. So Fallout New Vegas. Mailman tries to control the entire world.
Alright.
And then you'd have to guess what game I'm talking about.
Alright. Let me
Fallout 4. New dialogue system absolutely fucking sucks. Jesus.
Dad tries to save son with friends. Fallout 4.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Alright.
So I just think that would be... I think we should for next week.
Next week we have to have.
Yeah,
we have to have a few made up.
Just made up on a piece of paper, and we have to try and guess them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because I think that'd be very fun. I used to do a summer course, right? You know the one, and at the end, because I've been there for so many years, you make a speech at the end. And I wanted to be funny, kind of, because everyone was being so serious, and I knew it'd be really serious. So I was just like, I don't want to make people sad. I'll make people happy.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I said that I'd make a 7-word speech, and I had this planned. From day one, I was like, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Except I had used the word it's in the 7 words, and when I said it, I said it is, so it turned to 8.
No.
But the thing is, I said, and everyone's like, yeah, because it was real inspirational, but real funny. And then Elle, who I'm now dating, turns to me and just goes, that was fucking 8.
Oh!
And it was still one of the funniest moments in recent memory.
Yeah.
And it did make everyone laugh. But that's where I get...
matters. That's what matters, man. You may have, dodged it. Well, may have added one more word. If it made people laugh, it worked.
Yeah, but no, it was just very funny. And the funny thing is...
I just thought it was just like, it was fucking 8. No!
But the funny thing about that whole thing is, I had a point with this. That's where I kind of got this idea for 7 words. So now, if someone say, something mad happened, my first instinct is, tell me in 7 words. Because it makes people go,
And you have to think about it. And that way, I think the story forms better when you do that. Because you really understand what happened then. As in the person who's trying to tell the story can actually think about it and go, oh yeah, that's how it happened. You know, I don't know how... See, I'm describing it weird.
Nerd gets bitten by bug. Stops
Spider-Man.
crocodile.
The lizard. That's the Amazing Spider-Man by Andrew Garfield.
I saw a Cinema Sins, you know Cinema Sins? On the YouTubes. But there's also Cinema Wins, and I saw both of them for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't see it, I got the main gist of it. And it looks really good. And I really need to go
I
out and see
think,
it.
yeah, as I said before, just the score worked and the Spider-Man worked.
X-Men, 1990s. That was on Fox, and do you remember Jetix? I think it was on Jetix.
I think, yeah, wait, I do, yeah.
Jetix had Power Rangers, Totally Spies, and a couple others. Beyblade, maybe, actually. Do you remember Beyblade?
Beyblade. I remember the Beyblades, but was there a show?
There was a show. Yeah.
No, I just knew that they were Beyblade things.
Beyblade.
Beyblade?
Beyblade. B-E-Y.
Oh, in my school we used to call them Beyblades. Yeah. Yeah, we were that stupid, yeah.
Irish education system.
I know, Beyblades. Yeah, that's how
Digimon was also pretty good.
I loved Spider-Man the animated series.
Yeah,
that was my
You
favorite.
literally just show me. You have all of them here. I'm stealing them.
I don't watch them currently.
I would.
Dude, laptop when I was 14. But I would totally still rewatch them.
Oh, yeah.
No, but what I like about that show is great voice actor as Spider-Man. Great voice actors for the villains. Great story. Stan Lee was involved, did it really well. And it's the most 90s show you will ever watch.
Totally radical, dude.
But it's one of my favorites.
Oh, I really enjoyed X-Men, the 1990s version.
They did a crossover with Spider-Man.
With the Punisher.
The Punisher was in Spider-Man, the animated series. Yeah, he was in it. The van and everything. But because they couldn't mention the word kill, Fox had it in the contract. So Spider-Man would keep going this. If I don't hurry, Frank is going to do something that if I did, I'd regret for the rest of my life. And he would do that in every episode when kill came up. He'd go, I almost did something I'd never forget. Or something like, you can't say kill, die, or murder or anything like that.
My favourite thing is, there was a Spider-Man series a couple of years ago. It was on Disney XD.
Spectacular.
That's the one.
Spectacular Spider-Man. That one?
Was that the...
Yes. Yeah.
I wanted to watch that because it looked really cool. And I still want to go back and watch it.
That's rated as the best one ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked really good.
The current ones are terrible.
Deadpool was in it.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
Wait, he wasn't in the Spectacular one.
Was it not?
Deadpool definitely wasn't.
It was the one that it was on Disney and it was really stylized.
Could be Drake Bell. He voiced Spider-Man a year or two ago. It was really bad though.
No, I liked it when I watched it because it had Luke
Drake
Cage.
Bell's a great guy.
It had Luke Cage, White Tiger, Danny Rand.
Doesn't sound like the Drake Bell one because that was terrible. It was with like the Avengers and stuff, and you know me, Avengers.
Oh no! Do you ever watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers?
No.
Yeah. That was really good. That was I really enjoyed it.
I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember the show.
That's what got me into comics, but also got my mom into comics because that's why she enjoys watching the movies. But yeah, no, I'll find your picture and I'll put it up there. I still like that picture. I
love that poster.
I got that poster from a friend of mine who so my birthday is 21st of October, right?
Yeah.
The day in Fallout canon that
the
bombs dropped were
21st
28
2077.
Yeah. Oh, that's really funny.
We're outrageous nerds, but yeah,
but no, that's so my friend didn't actually give me a present on my birthday, and I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit weird. But what he had done was he hid this poster. He hid like a roll of posters in my just outside my house behind my bins. On the 28th, he texted me and was like, check behind the bins, and I found these posters.
That's deadly.
That was good.
That's pretty cool, man.
But yeah, so yeah, they're really good. I have a couple others, like the one where it's just the NCOR flag and him just saying. So that was technical difficulties.
Apologies.
I love the fact that this is just kind of like a staple. Even though we've started taking a break, we still managed to feck up towards the end where it's just like, oh, whoops.
You know.
But the thing is, yeah, well, going back to video games, and I suppose it's more of a Fallout.
This is really the video game podcast.
It's more of a Fallout podcast. We'll eventually have like a. I think
we have a Vault Tech thing here, so let's go.
Vault Boy.
Vault.
Do you know why everyone sees him like this with his thumb up?
Mm-hmm.
It's because if you were standing and you held your thumb out, and the mushroom cloud was bigger than your thumb, you were going to die.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So I just think that's it. They included in New Vegas they included a lot of cool little items and things like that, like little references.
That's actually really scary. If it's bigger than your thumb, you die. Oh, it's true though. I heard about that years ago.
But do you know what else that I didn't like in Fallout 4?
What?
They kind of not dumbed it down, but they took out some of the violent aspects of it. So in New Vegas, you'd see like children's skeletons, and you'd like hear a story about how children died. Especially in Honest Hearts, like there were tons of children who just died. But Fallout 4 is a more family-friendly game, so they replaced the any mention of a child with a teddy bear. And I don't know, I didn't like it because it kind of made the world feel a bit more safe. Whereas in New Vegas, it's just like, yeah, everyone died. Congrats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I just really like Fallout. I could talk for hours.
I can tell, man. Would you prefer Fallout to Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Even though I think Assassin's Creed is possibly
they're good games. I just never got properly into them. You know?
Definitely my second favorite series, no matter what. Followed by Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Top 5 games from these 3 series, because there are tons of other games that I absolutely love. New Vegas. New Vegas, Assassin's Creed 2, Black Flag 3, Fallout 4. As in, not Assassin's Creed 3, Fallout 3 is Fallout 4.
Alright.
And unfortunately, Elder Scrolls don't make it into my top 5 anymore.
Oh, so that's your top 5 games.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. Take out 3 there, put in ESO. Elder Scrolls Online. Because I've been having a lot of fun with
my
that.
top 5 games.
Okay, top 3 series of games.
Follow. Follow would probably be near enough to the top. Grand Theft Auto. Simply because I grew up with Grand Theft Auto. San Andreas is the best one in my mind. And then we had
you have the poster
GTA 4. Beautiful game. Honestly, it really is. It's just the amount of things.
Cousin, you want to go bowling?
Hey, Nico, want to go bowling? Roman. And then we had...
I learned how to Slav squat recently. There's a very, very specific way how you have to Slav squat. Because you know the way if you normally squat, your feet or your heels are up. Slav squat, your heels have to be down.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm not gonna put them into a category because like I'm gonna end up forgetting. But there's so much games you can play, man. Like
so many. Games.
I've played a lot of games this year. Like I've played some games that are old that I never played before. Like Until Dawn. I played Life is Strange.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah, they're very PlayStation-y games.
I
got them on the PlayStation Plus thing. That's why. Yeah.
What game Star Wars Battlefront 2 is pretty up there as well.
Yeah.
Doom, never mind. Doom's up there as well, actually. Doom, the original Doom is definitely my favourite game of all time.
Gmod.
No, Gmod's not up for me. I used to like it, but it was just kind of
No?
If I got back playing on Steam, yeah, I'd probably like it. Like Sims. SimCity was pretty good.
Yeah, SimCity, the classics.
Even though like the new SimCity was pretty good, and everyone hated it because it was like, DRM, you need to be always online. I didn't mind because I was just like, yeah, I have a stable internet.
Old school games wise, Simpsons Hit and Run's a great one.
Yes. All the Lego
You give
games.
me a ride, I'll pay you in back rubs. Yeah, there's that. That's a Homer line. What's another great game?
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
The original Splinter Cells.
Yes.
The original Rainbow Sixes as well. Even though Rainbow Six Siege is
Just Cause 2 is one of my favourites.
Nah, I never really got into Just Cause.
Just Cause 2 is... If you're going to play any of them, Just Cause 2. 3 is more of a rehash.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's not a great game.
Crackdown was okay.
Yeah.
Crackdown.
I like the real old school Spider-Man games from PlayStation 2.
Yes.
The first 2, and I've played the third one on PS3 too many times. It's a great game.
I used to play...
It's outrageously hard. It has so many flaws, but it's good.
I was mentioning this to you earlier. Medieval, I had it on PSP. That was a pretty good game, and it's getting a remaster for PS4.
Yeah.
And I can't wait, and I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to play it
there's something I wanted to mention to you. What do you think of Fallout VR? It's the same game. It's Fallout 4 VR. It's coming out 12th of December, bruh. Can't wait.
It's gonna be stupid though. Because all VR tech at the minute is kind of it's getting there.
Yeah.
Not as good as it
Have you
should.
tried PlayStation VR?
No.
It is the best one I've used.
I played a lot with the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Because when I went to psychology lectures, my lecturer had to use it for an experiment, essentially.
The best VR game I ever played was they had a VR map in Star Wars Battlefront where you were in an X-Wing and flying through space.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I literally felt like I was a rebel in a Star Wars fight, shooting TIE fighters. It was the coolest experience I ever had on VR. And I've played it a million times, that one thing. I just wish they gave us more.
Do you have a VR?
Yes, my little bro does.
Why have I only found this out now?
I don't know, but you're going to try it soon.
Oh no, will Fallout VR be just the base game, but just with an extension or a new game?
You have to buy the new game for £70 because Bethesda are great guys. They're not at all greedy.
No, I'd say it's not.
No, you have to pay for a whole new game.
It's
It's essentially a re-release.
I don't get Bethesda anymore because they release Oblivion. It's great. Skyrim, great. Fallout's great. They license New Vegas to a great company. They make Fallout. What's happening? Why are you charging for Workshop DLC? Autonomous? You could leave that out.
Yeah.
That could be free. And then it's just kind of like, oh, by the way, here's Skyrim on every platform. You want it on your pregnancy test? Gotcha, boy.
Yeah.
And then they release Doom and all the Wolfenstein games, and you're like, are you run by several different people, or just one person with multiple personalities?
It's just, man, very inconsistent.
Very, very consistently good, but their business decisions are always leaving me like,
are you sure you want to do that, or like, were you?
You know that John Cena? It's just like, are you sure about that? It's so mad that such a company could have such a very kind of reaction to everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think that's just Bethesda.
Bethesda.
I love you, but
They get you very happy, but they get you very sad.
and they won't sell Fallout because it's such $1 million industry now.
Oh yeah,
which
big
sucks.
time. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It definitely is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to wrap us up for today. We
that-
talked a lot about Fallout.
A lot about games.
And we'll talk about other games we love because we just kind of mentioned a lot of them in passing.
Oh yeah. That's essentially PamfCast 4.
We've been doing this for over a month.
Jesus, that's
5
scary.
weeks.
Anyway, if you enjoyed the PamfCast,
And God help you if you do.
don't be afraid to leave a comment.
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, punch that like button in the face.
I'll punch you in the face.
Okay, fair. My immortal iron face.
You're a more lion face.
Anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Auf Wiedersehen. Boom.
Bam.
Dankeschön.
You happy now? You've seen my musical genius.